What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to Working with Bobby. Hope everybody doing good today. This is day two. Yeah, day two of trying to replace the power steering pump shaft seal. Now, I say day two reluctantly because this is something that should have been done in 20 minutes. But because my tool decided to keep the bucket on me and this pulley is being super stubborn, I'm working on it a second day. So I'm gonna turn y'all around and get y'all caught up to what's going on. All right, the idea of replacing the shaft seal is getting this pulley off. Okay, you have to have a special tool for that, so you can put pressure on the pump shaft, grab these outer grooves, so you can pull the pulley off and have access to the seal. Last night it didn't want to cooperate. Let me get this light turned on where y'all can see in here. Hopefully. Get my radiator hose. See that? That's about as far as I could go without, I guess it seized up. I don't know what's holding it, but I tried to put heat on it. I tried to spray it with penetrating oil, which kind of was pointless because it's a press fit and nothing would work. So I eventually gave up last night after my tool decided to clock out on me, and I had to wait until today. So I'm gonna bring y'all in the shop so y'all can see what's going on. And for those of you who don't know, yeah, this is the shop box now. This is the box I had at my dealership. I mean, not my dealership. Obviously, if I had a dealership, I wouldn't be doing YouTube videos. But when I was a Nissan Take, this was the one that I had there along with my road cart. The other stuff is at the Lift One dealership where I learned how to work on heavy equipment. But anyway, try to zoom back out a little bit. This is what I got. Well, this is what I could afford. Harbor Freight, Pittsburgh model pulley remover set. Hadn't even opened it yet. Big shout out to my sister, man. She lives close enough to go by Harbor Freight and got this tool for me so I can try to see if I can get the pulley off and replace that seal. No, this is not a Harbor Freight review video. But this is what I hope does what I need to do to get that pulley off. So this is what comes in it. I'm gonna have to put some anti-seize on that, obviously, so I can keep from galling up the threads. Got your different fittings to screw into different shafts. This little rascal here is one of the most important pieces in one of these kits. This is what I lost from the other kit, and I had to make something, but I'm gonna try to keep up with that one. This is your bearing for install. This is your washer for install, and this is the nut for install. What you're gonna do is you're gonna put these two like that, put it together, and then when it turns, it's gonna turn on that bearing. But let's get the pulley off before we worry about doing the install part. This here one is my old kit. It's a Matco kit, which you already know in the video, and I'm gonna try to speed through this part. But what I did was, for whatever reason, the threads got all galled up. I'm gonna hold on to the kit to see if I can get with my guy about maybe warrantying out, because I used it a few times, but it was enough to kind of, I guess, do damage. So I'm gonna see what he can do, and if I can get it warranted out, I have like a backup or something like that. But for right now, that's on the back burner. So I'm gonna get y'all put up in the tripod again, so we can work on getting that other get that pulley off. So y'all just stay tuned. All right, y'all, I got the tools set up. I didn't want y'all to see me watch me do that whole thing, because if you're doing this, obviously you know how to set up most tools. But what I had to do, I had to get different wrenches to fit this wrench and socket combination. That little sleeve that's on there, it kind of make me feel a little, I guess, some kind of way because it's so loose. But I'm hoping that once I start to put pressure on it, it won't go anywhere and it'll just bring it on off. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to time lapse y'all again and let y'all hopefully see the pulley coming off. So just bear with me. Like I say, it's an easy job, but it turned into a nightmare. So I hope the tool will work. So just bear with me. All right, guys, I think I just figured out something good. If you look down there, you'll see that I got the part of the old tool from my Matco kit that had broke. What I found out was that this threaded portion right here It was actually the same thread pitch as the part that had messed up on my Matco kit. So what I'm gonna try to do is take that threaded portion from the Harbor Freight kit, use that, and see if I can press this pulley off. So y'all keep your fingers crossed and throw up some Hail Marys and prayers for me. So I hope you watch me get this one off. So just keep bearing with me. All right, y'all, good news. Y'all see that I got it off. I hope y'all can see it. I can't see what I'm recording. And yeah, that seal they was leaking a long time, so I'm gonna try to get that off. And then, well, no, I ain't gonna get it off. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spray that area and clean it up the best I can. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm going on, oh, y'all wasn't looking at it. I'm gonna try to spray that area the best I can. And then what I'm gonna do is, you know, wire brush it. And then I'll knock the old seal out, replace it, and then we'll be going back together with it. So, with that being said, I ended up having to buy a whole nother kit, which wasn't that bad. I mean, the kit from Harbor Freight was like, I think it was, since I'm a member there or whatever, I think this deal was, that kit was like $20, maybe $15 or $17, somewhere along there. Let's just say less than $20. I did all that only to use this portion right here that I'm screwing out. Y'all see this? So I pretty much had to buy another kit or puller kit. Come on now. Let me do this. Just to use with the rest of the Matco kit, which had the better clamping force for me to be able to get this pulley off. Okay? This here is what caused all my problems. But you live and you learn. At least y'all saw and came with me with all the problems that I had. So I'm gonna stop here. I'm gonna clean the pump up, and then I'm gonna get ready to go back together with it. So just stay tuned. All right, guys, we back. I got it as clean as I can, well, as I want to get it. I'm gonna try to zoom in so y'all can see what I got going on. Let me move this camera some. No, I just need to come back a little bit more. All right, what I'm gonna do is try to take this flat blade screwdriver. It's kind of small, Harbor Freight one or whatever. Ain't got to be nothing fancy. And I'm gonna try to see about collapsing this seal so I can try to get it pried out. Cause they're metal sealed and they just pop in. So I'm gonna try to see if I can just collapse it to get it to come out. All right, that's a little harder than what I thought. I'm trying to remember how I done the last one. To be honest with you, I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all know. It's sometimes I don't know. I be doing a lot of stuff on the fly, and I just try to be as careful as I possibly can be with a lot of the stuff, you know, and encourage people to learn it. You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of times I be doing stuff for the first time and I don't be knowing. I'll never be one of these people that be like, oh, well, I know how to do that. I did many of them. Some stuff I didn't. So I figure it out on the fly, and then I try to share it. So I got behind the seal a little bit, trying to tap this joker so I can get it to come on out. But what I might have to do is use my seal puller and see if I can get in there. I done damaged it enough to help, so that's a start. So let me go get another screwdriver. All right, I got a little bit bigger one. And what I'm gonna do is try to finish getting up in there to get behind it. All right. And see if I can make me enough space to pop this joker out. This might be where I need to get that seal. I might be able to make enough space to put that seal on removal on there. If I can get it in there. All right, let me see. Now you got to be careful. Take care not to damage the shaft itself, or the new seal won't fit towards it either. what I'm doing is just kind of lightly getting that hook from that seal inside the metal part of it, and then I'm gonna pry on it. There we go. One bad power steering pump seal. And this is the tool that I use. I don't know where I got this tool from. But anyway, it come in handy. It's got two kind of hooks on it for popping seals out. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and wipe that off right fast. As you can see, not a whole lot of fluid came out because it probably didn't leak all of it. Now I see where it goes. Make sure ain't no groove in there. No, it feels pretty good. Also, while you got it out, I mean, if the shaft is grooved, you have to get another pump anyway. But well, I'll put that up there. But anyway, while it's out, check the shaft, make sure it ain't damaged or grooved. Because if it is, you're more than likely gonna have to just put another pump on it. And also, as you can see, 1, 2, 3, those are the bolts that hold the pump onto this aluminum bracket on the front of these motors. So you already know what I went through, kind of sort of, when I had to put another engine in this and I had to get to these 3 bolts. I was thinking about changing the pulleys the way I can take them bolts off without pulling that, pulley out. Because it's actually an opening here to where that shaft comes down out of this bracket. And if I had access to the bolts, I would be able to take the pump off without taking the pulley off. So something to think about for all you fabricating guys that support my channel. Alright, I know I stepped away right fast, but this is the new one. I'm trying not to drop it because I don't have concrete here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put me a little bit of grease inside this seal, find me a socket that'll clear the shaft and be the right size to where I can knock this joker in. So y'all just hold tight until I go find one of them. Alright, y'all, I got a socket. It ended up being a 15/16. What I'm going to do is, first I'm going to make sure I fit this joker on here without rolling the seal. I put me some petroleum jelly in it too. Just like the stuff that you can get from like Dollar General, Family Dollar, one of them, when you're changing the baby. Or if you got a kid with eczema like I have, sometimes we use that, put that on him after we bathe him or whatever when he was little. He, meaning my son Bryce. But what you're going to do is you're going to fit the seal on there. Don't force it. And when you get it to the edge, I know it looks crooked where y'all is, but I see it too. So what I'm trying to do is just fit it on in there. And as an extra precautionary this time, I'm going to take me a little bit of silicone and put around the outer edges of it. And that way when I knock it in, I have a little bit extra sealing area. So just hold tight. Now, some people would agree with what I'm getting ready to do. Some people wouldn't. I guess it's to each his, how they say, to each his own. I'm only going to take a little dab here on the fingertip. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to spread this around. Just that little dab. Try to spread it around. Okay. Now, as I knock the seal in, that excess amount is going to stay on the outside of the pump casing. Okay. Now, y'all see. And I ain't going to pause it for this part because I don't want nobody to think, oh, well, he sealed it off camera. Nope. Y'all know how I do my videos. And ain't nothing changed. I try to show y'all what I'm doing while I'm doing it without pausing, just so you know it's authentic and genuine. I'm not a magician. I don't do magic. So, take this and put on there. And I got the side of the hammer at the moment because I got a light down here. I got a light down here that I'm trying to keep in place. I might need to get a short socket. Let me go get a short 5/16 so I can get a little bit more space. Not 5/16, short 15/16. I'm sorry. All right, now I got a little bit more space. But now the light is in the way. Why it's always something? Bill, you ain't trying to tell me something, is you? You sure acting up here lately. All right. Now let me see what I can do. All right, it's going on in there. So I'm to the end now, so I might need to go get the other socket back. Or I don't have to get the other socket back. Yep. All right, make sure it's flush all the way around. Catch that bottom a little bit. Yep. Make sure it's flush all the way around. Oh yeah, that's it there. Now we are ready to try to press back on the power steering pump pulley. We'll try to wipe off this excess. You don't want nothing on this shaft when you're trying to press it back on. And I see the stopping point that's in there, but you pretty much just only want to make sure this is flush with the pulley. I see where it stopped at, so I should be good. All right. Now I'm gonna put y'all on pause so I can go get the tool set up to press the pulley back on. So y'all just stay tuned. All right, y'all, we back. There are some tools that we need to put in place to be able to press this pulley back on. First is this little adapter here. I hope y'all can see it. I can't remember how much I'm zoomed in. You got to screw this into the flat end. You see this crown right here? You screw the flat end into where the pump goes, I think. Will it do it the other way? Yeah, it's I lied. Not the flat end. I don't think it's the flat end. Put the other end out. You don't have to super tighten it. All right. Now with that being there, I gotta go get the rest of it, put the pulley on, the washer and the spacer, and then it kind of presses the pulley on in place. So just kind of just enjoy it. All right, that end goes there. All right, this bearing end, the bearing end, which is here, it goes against the pulley like that. And then this end goes here. And what's gonna happen is when I get ready to press it into place, when I get ready to press this joker into place, it's gonna push the pulley on where I pulled it off. I know it don't sound like it makes sense, but if you don't use the puller before, then you'll know what I'm talking about. And also there are other videos that go more in depth into how to use the puller. Whoa. I'm glad that joker didn't hit the ground. The last thing I need is sand to get in it. So you take the pulley, of course, make sure you got it turned the wrong way. It can't go that way. Set that on there. Now you see those little bit of threads and whatnot that's there. Alright. I try to press it with my hands and center it as much as I can because you want it to go on straight, hopefully without gouging up the tool. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to unthread this portion and it's threads inside of it. You got to thread that onto the part that we put into the shaft. You probably can just do that finger tight. Then take this, like I told you, this end goes towards the surface of the pump. Then you screw the other end on. Go ahead now. Now I got to get the wrench, and what I'm gonna do is hold the little end still and turn the part that I'm still turning, and that's what'll press the pump on. So what I'm gonna do is time lapse, y'all. I have to take it off here and there to try to make sure I don't pump it. Press it on too far. So you got to check it every now and then. And then we're gonna put the belt on, put fluid in it, and we're gonna see if we did a good job. So just stay tuned and enjoy. All right, y'all. As y'all saw, I put the belt on. I think I did it off camera, adding the fluid, but I got it topped off, and it don't look like it's leaking anymore. At least it don't look like it. I'm gonna drive it for a couple of days and kind of keep an eye on it. I tried to clean it with brake clean, you know, to kind of make sure I can see it if it does leak. But from what I see right now, it looks pretty good. So I'm gonna put this stuff up and get this truck backed out from under here for right now. And then, you know, we're going to the couch. So y'all just stay tuned. All right, y'all. Finally got it done. See it sitting out there. See her sitting out there. Excuse me. I didn't want her to not crank. See her sitting out there. But all jokes aside, we got it done. I hate that it took 2 days. I hate that it took the time that it took. But that come along with doing this stuff sometimes. I mean, it don't always go smooth. Now, I've done a lot of power steering pumps before in the past, like when I was working on doing automotive work for a living. But for whatever reason, that power steering pump on Bell wanted to be a little irritating. So I ended up having to use 2 different kits to make one good kit to get the pulley off. And everything else just, I mean, it just went downhill. Not downhill, but, well, you know, it got easier from there on out. So what did we learn? Never to not expect the unexpected. Last night I was out here intending to make like a, I don't know, maybe 20-minute tops job, you know, edit it down and then make a nice video for y'all to learn from, but it didn't work that way. But it is what it is. Thank God I got it done. I pray that y'all had learned something from it. I pray that you was able to take something from it the way you can do something for yourself, which is what this channel, I try to encourage that. So without, you know, getting long-winded like I sometimes can get, I want you all to continue to be blessed, be encouraged, and keep wrenching. I'll see y'all on the next video. Thanks for watching.